last night?
I did not watch Big Brother last night. You know, I need to.
Did you watch The Brother? Steve Boggs watches The Brother. They were backdooring everybody last night.
They are.
Well,
It was a backdoor fest.
It's crazy. So,
anyway.
Yeah, I'm hoping for Tyler to win it, but right now it's not.
Oh, you're for Tyler? Christmas has become my favorite.
Yeah.
I've got much respect for her.
you're a big reality
I
guy.
agree.
And then I like Ian. Or is it Ian?
I think it is Ian.
Man, he's a smart dude.
He is a super smart guy. I think,
And he's won it twice.
I know.
Could he go for the trifecta?
I don't think they're going to let that happen.
I don't
think
either.
they'll take him out
I don't
before he
either,
does
but he's
that.
doing a good job. He's just
He is.
hanging out in the background.
That's why he's good. Is he just sits in the
just-
back? He lets everybody else get
lets everything
vocal.
happen.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
So is Sally Boggs related to you?
Yes.
Sally and Kevin are live. Do you know Jessica? Okay, just Sally and Kevin are watching.
who's Jessica Boggs?
No, I guess it's not Jessica Boggs. It's
Are we
Kevin.
on?
Kevin and Sally are out there. We should welcome everybody.
We
Kevin.
on? Oh,
We are on.
welcome Rams fans. Kevin Brooks, along with the minister slash czar slash emperor of culture,
Emperor is a new one. Okay.
Manny Campos, and then our special guest Tyler Boggs, who is a sophomore but really sort of a junior transfer catcher from Yavapai Junior College and from Grand Junction, Colorado, which is one of my favorite places because we win a lot of games there. So that's one of my favorite places to go.
Is it snowing back at home?
It snowed 2 days ago.
Okay.
I think.
And
like a decent
then
amount.
how are the fires? I heard the fires were
I think
awful.
that they're getting so much better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they've been getting a lot of rain. They've been getting snow, so that helps a ton. But I think that they're a lot better than what they were a couple weeks ago.
So it's
Yeah.
been pretty dry or what?
It's been very
Are,
dry.
are fires a common thing there?
But not like to the extent that
Like
they
California.
were this year. They were probably bigger than California. I mean, there was one that was 100, I think got up to 138,000 acres,
Wow.
something like that.
I heard it was like raining ash last weekend. Bad raining ash.
Yeah, my
like,
parents sent me pictures of ash on their cars when they woke
yeah, it
up.
was like
man.
a couple centimeters, inches,
I have no idea how much, but there was enough to notice.
and I think it was stinky.
I would imagine it
What?
was.
It was stinky. It didn't smell well, from what I've been told.
It had a
I
bad,
don't have the sense of smell,
He doesn't.
which it concerns me.
Probably beneficial.
I've had like one of the corona symptoms since birth.
Well, diarrhea is also one of the symptoms.
I
And,
don't
you know,
think we should be talking about that.
can we not?
That's not appropriate.
Is it not appropriate? We're going to get pulled off the air. But it is one of the symptoms. And, you know, hello, Taco Tuesday.
Pull your mic up to you there, Boggs, or go closer
Scoot
to
up.
it.
What's that hat? Is that a Colorado hat?
It's a Rockies hat.
Yeah, you see, like it's the state flag.
Big Colorado guy.
Yep, I had to.
Mr. Boggs, you're taking Texas government by state mandate. Have you learned a lot about have you learned a lot about Texas government?
Who's your
So
professor?
far.
Yeah, who is your
Manny Campos.
Oh, well, fantastic. So
So
you're,
have you enjoyed the class?
I have so far.
he's saying that because he's on the air and his parents are watching.
What have you learned?
Yeah, come
I've
on.
learned a decent amount about the Six Flags of Texas.
It's not just an amusement park.
So it was the Republic of Mexico, Spain, France, Republic of Texas, the U.S., and the Confederate.
100
Very good.
points. 100 points today. Points don't mean anything, but you got 100 points.
That's what
There you
matters.
go.
I would have been very embarrassed had you not been able to name those.
Have we gotten to the Texas Constitution yet?
We just got there this
Okay.
week.
We are
Has
doing
he
that.
shared with you? This is my personal belief because you know I was a political science major in college. So,
Okay.
but like one of the worst, we have. How many amendments do we have? It wasn't written very well. That's why
Right.
we have 7,000 amendments.
Yeah, there's quite a few.
Not the best written work, government work.
Their written prompt this week is, why is our Constitution so lengthy? And why do we have so many amendments? So
Because it wasn't originally. It didn't cover all the loopholes.
it was too broad.
Yes. How many amendments do we have in the U.S. Constitution currently? You're going to learn that next semester, maybe.
Maybe.
Have you taken American government yet?
Not in college.
Okay.
Okay, well,
So-
it's coming up. It's coming
you
down
get
the
that.
bend.
So we'll learn that.
I will learn that, and then next time I'm
You'll
here,
be a
I'll able
learned
to tell you
doctor.
that.
I'll even issue Johns Hopkins certificates.
I have one of
All
those.
right.
Yeah. I did my IT security training today, which I feel like I could run an IT department now.
Wow.
I'm going to add that to my resume, my Vita.
That's impressive.
But anyway.
So, all right. So, Tyler, so what do you do generally for fun, for entertainment, away from school when you're learning about Texas government and away from baseball?
I think it really just depends on the day. I know since I've been here, we've gone hunting once. I haven't been able to go fishing yet, and I need to do that. We play some video games. We go to the pool a lot, but they actually shut the pool down yesterday for the season.
Labor Day. Labor Day's traditional pool's done, right?
So wasn't it a delayed opening because of the Rona, and now you got it for like a week?
Well, but then they had to shut it down for a couple extra days because power outages, all that stuff.
That's right.
They had to.
We are living in the end times.
We
Apocalypse.
are.
I do think
no
that.
power, no Wi-Fi.
It's crazy.
Did you, when you went hunting, I assume you went dove hunting?
We went fox hunting
Fox hunting.
Mm-hmm.
Where did you
that
go?
Was a joke.
at Trent Baker's ranch.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. Did y'all get any foxes?
Nope.
Really? You know, one of my saddest moments, we have a pet red fox at the field.
At the field?
Yeah, droppings.
Well, yeah, that's, you know, when I pick up the poop, I don't know.
We can't talk about that. You said earlier. I said couldn't talk about diarrhea, but we can talk about fox poop.
Well, yeah, there's a big difference in those two things. But one of the worst days ever, this was about 2 years ago, and it was real hot, and it was in the summer, and I'd noticed that our fox poop droppings had a little more of the black beads from the field on it, and I felt like that probably wasn't healthy for the
they're
fox
eating
to
the
be
field.
eating
Turf.
the little beads. And anyway, it was a nice Tuesday afternoon, about 2 o'clock, and our little fox was asleep in center field. And so
You saw the fox on the field.
yeah, he was asleep. It was nice, except it was his permanent nap. He was gone. So
he was dead.
he was dead.
DED dead.
I think you shouldn't eat black pellets.
Probably not.
Rubber pellets. I don't think
I
those
agree.
are good.
I might need to cut that out of the diet.
Yes,
but
so that's not a good thing. But so y'all didn't kill. Were y'all hunting red foxes, gray foxes?
foxes.
What other color of foxes breeds? Are
Fuchsia. I don't know. What other? I don't know what other fox. Is it foxes?
there? Hey, look! There's a little puppy.
Hey, there's a puppy. There's a puppy in our mall audience this morning.
So I know. You know, I just got a new puppy,
I did Oscar.
Oscar. He's a handful.
Boggsy, have you had any good West Texas Tex-Mex cuisine while you've been here? You have a favorite like restaurant or someplace that you like to get food?
Honestly, my favorite coming from Colorado is Whataburger.
Whataburger is it a Colorado thing? There's one in Colorado?
Nope.
Oh, there's not one.
That's why it is.
So do you have so Whataburger, by the way, became the official Dallas Cowboys? I think that probably does more harm to Whataburger. It's like the official meal now of the whatever. But do you have a go-to combo from Whataburger?
It's always the double cheeseburger.
Double cheese.
What about taquito?
Safe.
You taquito guy?
I've not had the taquito yet.
Oh my gosh!
Their breakfast
I've
is
heard
really
that
good
they're
too.
amazing.
The taquitos are unbelievable.
Well, yeah, I like the Dr. Pepper shakes.
Those are good. I
They
had
are
one
good.
of those this summer.
Probably
I was
way
very
too much sugar,
hesitant
but I
on
mean they're
getting one.
delicious.
I haven't got
Yeah.
one yet because I feel like that'd just be like a weird consistency.
No. It's the best consistency. I would like to get a machine for my house. So they're that good. You should try them. Everyone, we're sponsored by Whataburger, I think. If we say their name, do we get money
That's only Chris Beard.
or coupons? Chris Beard, I've never heard of her.
So, we were talking, and I don't think Manny's gotten on board. Of course, we were talking about Big Brother. But the one thing that's sweeping the country, and you said you had not gotten on board yet, but you were anxiously, it was in your viewing queue, the Cobra Kai.
I
Now-
have not watched it yet.
It
But
is.
I think that I'm gonna have to try it. I mean, my roommate, as you know, does not like it.
Well, and yeah, what a foolish guy.
Who's your roommate?
Gobi.
Kobe.
Oh, yeah.
He and I got in a long discussion over this the other day.
I don't
That's-
even know if a discussion is the words to
It
use.
was
for
it
that.
was a heated.
He's one of the
heated.
highest
It was.
rated Ram Talk appearances was Kobe, though. So highest ratings. Some of the highest ratings.
Yes. So, and then Manny, have you Cobra Kai'd?
I have not Cobra Kai'd. I have not. I feel like I've talked about it enough with you and the other coaches that I feel like I'm almost uninterested or like I've already watched it. Which I hate to be offensive this morning, but Ralph Macchio and the Karate Kid was before my time.
Really?
Yeah, I was more of a Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Rick Moranis,
who's apparently
Canadian.
back, sort of. Rick
He's
Moranis.
Canadian.
Ryan Reynolds has resurrected Rick Moranis for a commercial, and that's it. But because he's retired from the limelight, get Rick Moranis in Cobra Kai, I'll be the biggest fan.
Hey, Elizabeth Shue allegedly coming back for season 3.
She was in the original?
Yes, that's Owie.
Oh, I only knew her.
Come on.
I only knew her from Adventures in Babysitting. Did you ever see that
Owie.
one?
What about Leaving Las Vegas?
Leaving Las Vegas.
That was sad.
Also, the Amazon Prime original series, The Boys. Did you
She's
see that
like
one?
the mom.
It's a good one. If you're a superhero guy, watch it. Not family friendly though. I'll give that.
That's what I've heard.
But it's good. Yeah.
And season 2 of that I heard just came out.
3 episodes a week every Friday. So,
Oh, wow.
So I just watched the first 3 instead of watching Cobra Kai.
I got you.
But maybe I'll do that because I think we're gonna have like a 3-month winter. So I think I have time to probably watch.
We do have a 3-month.
We have a long winter break, so I have a lot of
we're
Netflix.
Are we almost halfway through?
We're about to we're approaching week 5.
How many weeks are there?
14.
So we're
2 weeks away from
a
halfway.
third.
Yeah.
A third. Over a third.
Yeah.
Maybe today is officially a third.
Boggs, how do you feel? Has it been moving quickly?
It's been going super fast. I mean, when I got here for the summer, it was a little slower, but then when school started, it just started flying by.
Yeah.
So, well, how have you liked your move from Grand Junction to San Angelo? I haven't been to both cities. I would say they have a lot of similarities, probably.
I would agree with that. I mean, it's a homey vibe from the whole town. I mean, everybody's super nice here. That was the first thing I noticed is I think everybody's been super friendly. I really like it. I like everything about it. I like the baseball, school, community, all of it.
Yeah.
So now, what was your experience like at Yavapai in Arizona?
It was a little more cooped up.
I was going to say smaller.
Smaller town, retirement community, not a ton of stuff to do. Whole teams in the dorm rooms, all that. It was good, though. It was a good time. I mean, we really had to focus on school and baseball just because we had nothing else to do.
That's the story of junior college.
It is the story of junior college, without a doubt. That and the cafeteria at the junior colleges is just awful.
Oh, gosh. I thought you were going to say it was amazing.
No.
What was the worst thing you ever ate there?
So they would make these breakfast burritos, and they would use these liquid eggs.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like hotel eggs.
Yeah, it was worse than hotels.
Liquid eggs. I've heard of like powdered eggs, kind of. Like they're just kind of runny.
Kind of.
They end up
They're
being kind of
very
runny. Yeah.
Ugh, that's disgusting.
It was disgusting.
That goes back to your earlier statement.
Yes, it does.
They're about getting pulled off the air.
So, you're a Rockies fan.
Mm-hmm.
We have Jordan Williams, huge Rockies fan. I'm sure you all have bonded over that. But what the heck is going on? They started out 11-3. Now, most of those games were against my Texas Rangers, but they could only go 500 against the Rangers. So that is not like a vote of confidence.
I agree with that.
And then the Giants are ahead of them right now. The San Francisco Giants. How is this happening? Do you feel like they're going to make a late push here and sneak their way in?
Oh, I mean, I hope, but I mean, my confidence in the pitching is not there.
Yeah.
I mean, they'll have their
Give
games
up,
where they're okay.
20-something against the Giants last week. 26, I believe.
Yep. And then I'd seen something that they're in the first place for most 10-run games, 10 or more run games
Runs
against
allowed?
them. Mm-hmm.
Can't give up the big inning.
Nope, they give up a lot of big innings. I think they gave up 10 in the second inning
Yes.
2 nights ago to the Padres.
Yeah. I think I was watching that game, actually.
Yep, because I know it was first inning, and I saw Nolan hit a three-run home run, and I was like, all right, we have a chance. And then the next time I looked at my phone, it was 12-3.
That's
It kind of hurt.
very upsetting.
Yeah, but I mean, they were the first team this year to sweep LA.
Yes.
They didn't sweep. Did they sweep them? I know they won the series.
I'm not a Rockies fan.
I know they won the series. That was the first series LA's lost this year.
Did you go to a lot of Rockies fans as a kid?
Rockies games. Probably went to the A team or the rookie team.
When I was younger, I lived in Denver.
Oh, okay.
And so we got to go to a lot of Rockies games. And then in 2007, when Boston came here for the World Series, I actually got to go to that game.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
So that was a day I'll never forget. That was awesome, except for they lost.
There's nothing like playoff baseball.
I agree.
Getting to go to the Rangers during their runs those 2 years was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
High energy.
Very high energy.
Yeah. It was kind of like the Rams, when the Rams make it, and we're going or traveling, lots of intensity.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But so I'm anxious for that.
Well, speaking of the Rams, so we're on the way, going through our fall. We're about halfway mark into this week. It's almost over, and we just started.
What? Really?
Yeah, it's amazing.
Puts things in perspective.
The Fall World Series is coming up.
October.
About 2 weeks away. So not too far away.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll be able to allow fans and all that stuff. I think that's sort of in the process. Hopefully next week we'll have some big
Will we be able to
announcements.
stream the Fall World Series?
I don't think so.
Is that
on that? I don't think it'll be on TV this year. It was. I mean,
Maybe
I don't know. We've been in discussions with the networks.
CBS, Fox, some folks.
So
ESPN.
Manny's iPhone.
It's possible. There's not, obviously there's not a lot of sports going on right now.
Yeah.
So
what's the atmosphere like, Kevin and Mr. Boggs over there? What would you say the atmosphere is like for our guys in this world we're in right now? Like, you enjoying the field and what's going on?
Oh, I would say that we are making the best of a not great situation right now with COVID and all that. But I mean, we're working hard every day. I mean, even on off days, we're at the cages, all that stuff. So
and coach is coach again, which
yep.
After March, I was worried not to see Brooksy be Brooksy, but I've been seeing Brooksy be Brooksy, and it makes me happy, even when he may not be happy. But I'm happy because it kind of sounds and feels like normal. So I like that.
Well, it is. It's been good. It's fun just getting back out there again and getting to compete and play and
now in all climates.
God, yeah, today
110. Now it's like 20 degrees according to y'all.
This is crazy. Well, as you see, I have my beanie on today.
And he has a charged shirt, I think, too. It may not be on.
And pants. Yeah. It's at the house charging for practice this afternoon.
How long does that charge last?
Well, it depends on what temperature I put it's got a high, a medium, and a low. If you run it on a high, it's about 3 hours. So when we play like a doubleheader or whatever, I generally don't turn it on for BP because I'm moving around a lot, throwing, etc.
Or more stationary.
Yeah,
outside of
but
that.
during the game, I'm more stationary. So then I jack it up. But we can go through about 4 or 5 hours at medium level. The low level isn't really warm enough to do much. But yeah, I've got my woolies on today, my socks, and then I've got my tights and cap.
But if it rains,
and my official U.S. Olympic speed skating uniform, which can also serve as a mask because it comes up and it covers that. So I've decided it's going to be very, very beneficial come springtime.
Did you ever watch that movie, The Christmas Story?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know when they layer up, you kind of remind me sometimes of that kid that can't put his arms down.
I look like the kid, yes.
He can't put his arms down. It's
yes.
kind of the same thing.
I have no fear of layering. My record, was when I was at A&M. I think I got 67 layers on, somewhere around there, 67, 70, in a game against Missouri.
We sometimes have a game, like a wager. It's legal though, but we have to guess how many layers you have on. Right? Is this a Twitter thing?
I think there's a home version you can purchase.
I think Jeremy Bryant helps with this.
I believe on Amazon.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, it was sweeping the country at one point.
Well, I'm nervous because I'm going horseback riding for the first time tomorrow, and I assumed that you would be an expert in all things horseback riding, being from Colorado, because Colorado, doesn't everybody own a horse there?
See, that's like saying that about a Texan, which you are.
I am.
And you said you've never been on a horse.
I'm wearing boots.
That is true.
Well, that's true too. So I have my Texas bucket list, and this is one of those things. So I've been around horses, but I've been polling my students asking about what I need to prepare for, and they said, you'll be sore, and also don't kick the horse. I'm like, I wouldn't plan to kick the horse.
Well,
some people do, I guess, and it makes the horse
go faster.
Jolt. I'm not in the Derby, so I don't want to do that.
Yes. Well, see, and you thought I'd never ridden horses.
I did assume that you hadn't, which is dangerous to assume.
Because all my family are like team ropers and rodeoers and all that. So I've ridden horses many times. I'm allergic to them, which is a problem.
You just sneeze the entire time you're on them?
Well, yeah, I can't breathe. And it's been a number of years since I've ridden a horse. But
so you've never been on a horse?
I have once or twice when I was a kid.
Okay. Do you remember?
I was so young. I was maybe 6.
So if Little Boggs could get on the horse, then Big Manny could get on the horse.
Without a doubt.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I remember I did have a nerve-wracking moment. So I used to go at Baylor had the Baylor Riding Club, and one of my friends was a member, so I'd go ride horses out there.
Okay.
And so I got one of the horses that was sometimes a bit skittish.
Yeah.
And we had something, and all of a sudden, you're just sort of walking, and maybe get it up to a jog. And a jog's really fast. I mean, like you'll feel like, oh my gosh, hang on tight and don't come out. And but something spooked it, and I mean, we went off on a sprint. And I'm pulling the reins like slow down, slow down, slow down, and we're heading right towards the fence. And I'm like, he's not gonna stop. We're going through this thing. And luckily, inches away, he pulled up.
So I wonder if that happens to me if I need to do like a backflip off the horse?
No, I would not recommend that.
If you do, please get somebody to video that.
But I think if I did it, I would probably not it would not end well, because I think the horse would probably kick me, or I don't know. I was also told not to stand behind a horse.
Yeah, because you might get kicked.
You could get kicked, or they also
poop on you.
Yes.
Yep.
Much more than the fox.
And they have big poops.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're sort of.
Well, I'm excited either way.
So, will you so you ride through Big Bend?
There's it's a guided tour. So it's not like here's some horses, go at it. I mean, there's guides, and there's 3 of us going tomorrow, and they size up the horse based on your statistics, your height and weight and all that kind of stuff. So everybody has their specific horse. So I think it'll be fine. And it's a sunset, thing. It's supposed to be real nice.
Will you
80 degrees.
Camp out?
No. But I need air conditioning.
Okay. No. So you'll go ride out for a day, come back.
No, it's not a day. It's 2 hours.
Oh.
It's not like a day long ride.
I thought you were doing this for 3 days.
You kidding me? Yeah, I'm not John Wayne.
I thought
we're like the 3 Amigos with Martin Short. I mean, we're just doing a little 2-hour jump and back, and and we're gonna hike Big Bend the next day. We're hiking, not on a horse.
Okay.
But this is a cool little guided tour. It's in Terlingua, which is in the armpit of Texas, right? It's like far, far west, but it's my favorite part of the state, other than Port Aransas. You have to learn about these places.
I know.
You have to go. You have to, by the time you leave Texas, you're going to know all the geographical gold mines.
Well, all right.
I hope so.
Where's San Angelo located geographically in Texas?
Aren't we like Midwest?
Is Midwest?
That fair? Kind of middle in the state, but we're west as well.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna allow that. I'm gonna give him another 100 points. He's up to 200 points for the day.
Now, do you remember, this is for mom and dad that are viewing, remember we talked about the economic regions of Texas? He remembers. He's probably not going to remember, but he does. Do you remember the border region goes all the way from the southernmost tip of Texas all the way to where? El Paso. The reason I bring that up is a lot of people think El Paso is West Texas, but is it really West Texas?
Yes.
But it's not.
A lot of people think San Angelo is West Texas.
We're not
West Texas. We're Central Texas. I get very upset over that.
We're not Central Texas.
We're 30 miles west of the very middle of the state. That's pretty central.
What is the very middle of the state?
Brady
is just because they have a billboard
that
says they're the heart of Texas.
It
is not the center of Texas.
Yes, it is.
Fredericksburg is the very center of Texas.
It's too far south.
This is.
Do you have that? Can you prove that?
It's called a map.
I did. I know, and Brady's right in the middle. But see, I grew up in Central Texas, which is not central.
Which is Waco.
Yeah, we're in the heart of Texas.
Waco's East Texas.
Waco is the eastern part of Texas.
Yes.
And then my relatives all live in the east part.
And only in Texas
Piney
would
Woods.
the geography even be debatable. Like, the Panhandle's not really north. Yes, it is. Like it is. Whatever. Now I'm in a bad mood, fans.
You're a little
Salty.
Today.
Salty. It's the weather. I think it's the weather and the fact that I had to turn the heat on it for my roommates.
It is cold.
It's only like 60 degrees.
It is. Let's go to the official
I'm like, you're used to cold.
newscast.
This is nothing for you.
Weather Center.
I mean, it's still chilly.
Like, snow for us is, somebody drops a slush in the parking lot.
Yep.
But you grew up probably with extreme winters,
It
right?
is 50 degrees at
And
this
wet.
moment.
And wet.
Real feel of 41. And rain will continue for at least 60 minutes, according to the KLST KSAN Doppler First Weather Center.
We know how accurate they are.
Very accurate.
He's not even paying attention.
That was
He's on solitaire over there.
Anyway, well, we're getting close to the end.
Close to the
We
end.
got 3 or 4 minutes.
Boy, how poetic does that sound these days? Close to the end.
My goodness. You are a little
I'm thinking about lunch too.
lunch. What
What's
are
a
you
what's a we were talking about food and I was asking you about Tex-Mex.
Yep.
What's like a signature Colorado dish? Like
I don't think you can ask that.
Can you
Rocky
not?
Mountain Oysters.
Really?
Oh,
It's
I
not
thought you were going to
signature,
say
but-
like gummy bears and stuff.
Oh, no.
Well,
But is there like a food that like you remember that was like commonplace that we don't have here?
no. No, I mean, we have all
The same things.
Mexican foods.
But I'm not- yeah,
burgers,
but I'm
all
not
that
talking
good
about-
stuff.
They have good
I know.
barbecue. What's the barbecue place in Grand
would
Junction?
not-
There's good barbecue. It's a chain, but it's good.
It's either Famous Dave's
Famous
or Red
Dave's.
City.
Famous Dave's
Famous
is good.
Dave's is good.
You lost
We
me
like
with
eating Famous
chain.
Dave's.
but-
We like eating Famous Dave's. And then there's a Mexican food restaurant right by there with good burritos, right by Famous Dave's in Grand Junction. That's my go-to place in the Junction.
Right
they have
by Famous
roundabouts.
Dave's. We have so many roundabouts.
And it's very confusing.
It's a lot easier once you
Roundabouts driving.
So
once you get used to it. It's
from one of our viewers, the very center of Texas is a place called Rochelle, Texas.
Rochelle.
Yeah.
The musical, Bette Midler.
Yeah.
A young
so-
girl's erotic journey from Milan to Minsk.
Okay. All right. Woo.
Y'all remember that? And George Costanza ran her over during the softball game, big thing. Jerry's
Welcome to our
dating
very
the
last
understudy.
episode of Ram Talk.
Anyway, that's a Seinfeld reference for everybody.
Oh, Lord.
But what a hit. It was a hit movie, became a musicale. I believe actually Kramer won a Tony for Rochelle. Anyway,
Is it 4 words time?
is.
Surely it's close.
it is about 4 words time.
This is the legendary game that
Okay.
that
you know
all
how to play?
covet. Oh, gosh.
Oh, wow.
Give them the brief description, Kev.
Okay, so I'm going to give you 4 words.
Okay.
You can put them in a sentence.
All right.
1 sentence.
1 sentence.
No
So no
ers,
stories?
all that.
No vocal
okay.
fillers.
And it needs, boy, you can get in trouble for that, by the way. USC professor, don't use vocal fillers. I don't know if you saw that. It was on the news.
I didn't see that, no.
He gone. Anyway, so what Manny give you 2 words. I'll
Okay.
give you 2 words, and then we'll go from there.
All right.
Okay. Do you understand the rules? Do I need to give you an example?
I think I got it.
Okay.
Okay.
So my 2 words are sedentary
Okay.
and koala.
Oh, very nice. I'm going to go with telekinetic and jewelry.
Can you define your first word, Manny?
Sedentary,
Yeah.
like you live a sedentary lifestyle, like you don't move, you're stationary.
Oh, okay.
Could also be a rock form.
So
That's
my
sedentary.
words are sedentary, telekinetic, koala, and jewelry.
Golly, I'm glad I'm not in the hot seat today.
This degree of difficulty is
This
pretty
is a
up
level
there.
5.
Yeah, this is up there.
Okay.
I don't know how many levels are. There's 5 at least. The viewers are waiting.
All right. So at the San Angelo Zoo, there is a koala that is sedentary and he also wears jewelry. That went a lot better in my head.
I
going somewhere
thought
else.
he
You
was
were
going
really
well.
And then,
A lot of confidence
going
early
really
on.
I was gonna say that he was also sedentary, but he's wearing jewelry and he's also telekinetic.
Yeah, I don't know how you get telekinetic. In
This
there.
was at level
So
5.
I think that I could have reworded that better.
We're at threat
I
level
don't
midnight.
know how I would have done that one, to be honest.
Honestly, probably the hardest in Ram Talk history.
that might have been the hardest ever.
So we have to.
I think I got one.
Okay, we'll give you a second
bonus
shot.
round.
Yeah, bonus round, whatever.
So the telekinetic koala is using his telekinesis to listen to that lady's mind, and she's thinking about jewelry while standing sedentary.
No,
A little bit of a run on.
No, that
It did get a
I
little
would have
run
just
on.
stuck with the first one.
first
That
one.
was worse. So hey,
How would you use telekinetic in that sentence?
well, I think you'd have to describe the koala.
Okay.
The koala would be telekinetic, and because of their telekinesis, they live a sedentary life by wearing jewelry. I don't know. It's a tough
was-
sentence.
Like Jenny from the block.
The koala from the block.
Don't be fooled by the rocks.
That
she
was
got.
tough. Level 5, threat level midnight.
She ain't got the
Threat level midnight.
That was a threat level midnight.
She ain't got the New York Mets.
Well, I give you, can I grade? I grade you a C plus, only because it was so hard,
Effort
based
was
on
really good.
difficulty.
Yep.
Nothing more than a C plus, but a C plus.
I'll take it.
We're grading on a curve.
It's a curve, absolutely.
That's like I remember when I take my finals in like math. It was departmental wide, and so if you made like a 30, you got a B.
Yeah,
So it's sort of like that.
Yep.
it's like my Spanish 4 grades.
30%.
Yeah.
Is that it?
What are you going to grade?
I'll go with yours.
C plus. So C plus.
Well, yeah, okay.
You were gonna okay.
I was going to give better than that, but we didn't finish.
Yep.
He didn't. If he at least made it to the
If he would have
end,
made it to the end, I don't know. That could have been huge, but he did get 200 bonus points earlier in the show,
yes, because he got all 6 flags of Texas,
and he got the geography right.
sort of.
And
Rochelle, not Brady, for the record. Rochelle is the center. Thanks to
Which is
Farrah,
right by there.
Farrah Loki from the College of
But
Business.
Rochelle, and also the musicale / movie with Bette Midler in a theater.
For the boys.
Now you. All right, that's it. Back to the cold rain. It's out of here, I think.
Turn around, don't
tomorrow.
drown, Rams fans.
And then we got World Series coming up in 2 weeks. Hopefully, everybody can get out there and get a sneak peek at the spring Rams. Everybody have a great week. We'll see you next time.
See you later.